Okay, so this I'm still trying to decide what to call it. So far the names have been Block Banter or Burj Banter because, we're in the UAE.
Okay.
So Jenga is 54 hardwood blocks. It's an 18-story tower. And Jenga is derived...
18-story?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18. Okay. Jenga is derived from the word kujenga in Swahili, which means to build. So my mom is Swahili, so this is kind of like a homage to my mom. And the rules are you're supposed to use one hand at a time. And either hand can be used whenever you're touching the tower, but you have to stick with using that hand.
All right.
You may tap a block to find a loose one, but if you move the block out of place, then you have to commit to it, or you fix it back however it was.
Okay.
You remove one block per turn, and you can remove a block anywhere below the highest completed story. So after you take the block out, you build it back up. So
I take one over here and put it there. Okay.
Exactly. And then
right.
The person who draws the block asks a question for the other person to answer, and then you can also answer it after. So you just see what feels natural to you.
Okay.
And something that the clicker team proposed is that there's one lucky piece. So as a guest, you get to ask me a question.
Oh, really?
Yes. I don't know where it is, though.
I already have the question in mind.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I might give it to you as a bonus.
Yeah. Okay.
So
how many questions will you ask me?
I don't know. We'll just see until the tower falls. But today...
I think it will fall after the second.
Yeah, really? All right. I'll let you go first because you're the guest.
So what do? I just push something?
See which one can move out of place. And then... Oh, there you go. First one, lucky try. Okay.
So I'll put it up?
There's a question written on it.
Oh, there's a question?
Right.
I need you have to read it.
Yes, I'll read it for you.
Because I don't have my glasses.
Who is your closest friend and why?
Maybe somebody would be...
I met all the ladies there. It'll be a cat fight for me.
My closest friend is someone called Felicia Zimmerman.
Okay.
And she's an American fencing champion. Mm-hmm. She used to be an Olympic champion of the United States. She has a fencing club in Rochester, New York.
Okay.
And she used to be a consultant in UAE. Just for a few months, I met her, and she's been my best friend there forever.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Yeah. The last time I was in France, she was there. We were hiking in the snow.
Nice.
Yeah, just a couple of months ago.
Dynamic friendship from you everywhere.
Yes, she is someone that even if we don't speak for so many months, we just... We reconnect. She calls me like she talked to me 5 minutes ago.
I love that. I love those friendships.
Yeah, and I don't blame her. Where are you? What happened to you? She doesn't say anything to me. We respect each other, and we don't have those negative feelings that, oh, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? We had so much respect and so much love and unconditional love for each other. That is a blessing in my life.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Yeah. My closest friend, her name is Sarah. I met her after having really bad friendship breakups with a huge group of friends.
Yes.
And just suddenly it felt like everyone just dropped me. I was like, that's rude. Because I gave you all my heart.
You see, superficial friends, you invest in your time in it.
Exactly. And now when I look back, it's a blessing that they left when they did. Yes. But at the time, it was really painful. And I didn't know why. And to this day, I don't have closure of what happened. Because I was like, you know what? If you don't value me the way I valued you and you chose to leave, then I'm not going to chase after you.
Definitely.
So now...
Well, they have a role in a stage of your life.
Yeah.
That stage is closed. You moved on from a station to station.
Exactly.
That's it. You don't need to figure out why they are not there anymore.
They were great for my early 20s.
Yes.
That's the best way to put it. And then when I met Sarah, it was when I was like, khalas, no new friends. I am done being friends with anyone. I have 3 dogs. It's enough. And then she came into my life and, it was through a mutual acquaintance.
Yes.
I met some random girl in a coffee shop and then she's like, I like your vibe. You should connect with my friend who's moving to Dubai. And I was like, fine. And it was Ramadan and she was fasting. So I was like, okay, I have to feed her even though I want no new friends. So I invited her to the house. She met my mom. We had iftar together and we've been friends ever since. And it's similar to what you mentioned, where we respect each other. There's a lot of, everything you mentioned in your friendship,
Yes.
but a lot newer in comparison.
Yes.
So, alhamdulillah.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
You should be grateful for that kind of relationship.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Now I really understand the value of that after losing, in air quotes, losing that.
Yes. No. They had their role.
Yeah. No regrets.
Temporary
We had some
role.
good times. Just didn't end. It didn't end beautifully. That's all.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So I'll
Your turn.
let's see.
Yeah. Go on. Took one block. You're doing this on purpose, right? You want the tower to fall.
No, this was the easiest block to pick out.
Really?
Yeah, wallah, this was loose. It hardly. Okay.
All right. Go on.
Can you recall a moment when you felt completely in tune with your intuition?
Yes. But I won't talk about it. No.
Okay, I'll talk about mine.
Yes, talk about yours.
So it was when I married Andy, by the way. So that's a recent.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Because when I told you about him, we were.
I was
just
not
dating.
invited. Oh,
You know what we did? We didn't have a wedding. We just went to Ras Al Khaimah, signed papers, and ate burgers after.
oh,
Hey, best.
that's beautiful.
I was happy with that.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
You deserve the best, honey.
Thank you.
Seriously.
He is really such a good.
And we need to meet him.
Okay, I'll arrange.
Yes, absolutely.
So anyway, for his 30th birthday, I bought him a motorcycle because
really?
I was that kind
You
of.
don't like him that much.
No, I love him.
Just
and
go on.
I
You
was
might have an accident on the road.
exactly, and he did.
Oh my
So he
goodness.
did. So I was at work,
Yeah.
and he went up Khorfakan Mountain,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, have the best time with the boys. And I'm not the kind of partner who's like, where are you going? What are you doing? La la la. Go do your thing. I'll see you when I see you. Be safe.
Yeah.
So he takes his new birthday bike, less than a month old.
And it's
on the
always in the
mountain.
beginning.
Yeah. Up on the mountain and everything. And he crashed his bike and he didn't tell me.
Goodness.
So I'm at work. I'm like sipping my Starbucks at the time.
Like he was
like
okay.
2 years ago. He's fine now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's fine, everything. I'm sipping my Starbucks and like 30 minutes into my air traffic session, I had this like feeling. I don't know what it was. I go on break. I call him. I'm like, just tell me you'll be fine. He's like, how did you know? And like, I was like, no, seriously, what happened? So
Intuition, huh?
the bike, a pebble went into somewhere on the bike.
Yeah.
And he lost control of it. And he's like slid sway a bit down the mountain. And I was like,
Goodness.
yeah.
That is very dangerous.
I know. I told him, like,
he's
no more.
very lucky.
He is.
No more you take the...
No, the bike was totaled, and I'm like, I'll take the money. Thank you very much. I was meant to get the money back.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't have a bike anymore.
No, he doesn't. Okay. So I was like, nope, you are done with that. I'm done being the supportive wife. Khalas. You want this dream? I'm like, I don't approve of it.
Okay.
So yeah, but this was after something so drastic happened.
But you had that kind of gut feeling that something bad is happening.
And I knew it. And I knew it. And then I didn't know how I was supposed to continue work after that. But yeah, I just knew he was okay. Eventually I went and like found out where he was and took him to the hospital. And he's like, oh, I feel fine. Everything's fine. I'm like, you're still in shock. That ankle is broken. It was broken.
It was broken.
He had to do
and he said it's fine.
Yeah, he had to do emergency surgery and everything. Took care of him. He was out of work for 3 months because he couldn't fly anymore. So yeah, that was my intuition, straight on point.
Mine was about people, personalities, and
okay.
characters and actions.
Fair. I feel the same with a lot.
Yes.
Except now I'm more in tune with it compared to before.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
That's why I'm very particular who I invite to the podcast.
Yes.
And I'm very particular who I expose.
And thank you for having me. You had good intuitions.
I did. I was like, I feel she's great.
Thank you.
Okay, your turn.
Oh, I ask you or I do this?
You pick one.
I'll pick one. Again in the middle. Okay, this is not...
If you like tap it, then...
Tap what?
You can just like feel it out.
Seriously.
Oh, the whole thing. Okay, there you go. I think this will be our last one.
Okay, you have to read this.
Oh yeah, I have to.
And you did it on purpose. It's such a tiny...
I had to fit all these words. I had to fit all these words on a block, Beth.
All right. Shoot.
What is a childhood memory that has helped shape you?
Helped shape me. There's not only one, but there's something very vivid, extremely vivid. Okay. I sitting next to my father's, he's listening to Kulthum, and I'm just sitting next to him and listening to all his stories. And it's a lot of culture. It's poetry, it's the music. A lot of things came from my father.
Yeah.
His personality. We're the only one who will sit and listen to the radio, the Kulthum, and it shaped who I am totally. My father shaped me.
Yeah.
I'm much more like my father. My mother is such an amazing, great person, but I took the personality from my father. And those moments with him, these are the things that it's like something that would guide me along my path in life.
Yeah. That's beautiful. I'm happy you had that.
Yes, I did. They are not there, by the way, my mother and father anymore.
Oh, really?
They passed away a long time ago.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, c'est la vie, hein? It's life.
Yeah, exactly.
That's life. You just cherish the memories.
Exactly. Okay, well, that's about all the time that we have for today.
I can't ask you a question?
Okay,
Can I ask you a question?
Ask me.
Okay.
Ready.
All your life, you are an air traffic controller.
Yeah.
Would you see yourself doing something else? What kind of thing you would be doing?
Other than air traffic control.
Yes, other than podcasting.
Other than podcasting. Well, this was me trying to do something else. So other than podcasting and other than air traffic control.
Yes. You never thought about it?
No, I did. So I did a life coaching course.
Oh, okay.
Just because it's shorter than getting a psychology degree.
Yes.
And I really do love working with people. So people naturally gravitate towards me and open up to me, and they feel a lot better when they're done speaking to me.
Yeah.
Because I talk a lot, but I'm also a good listener. Oh. Surprise.
Yeah. No, I could see that. I can see that, of course.
And
but I do have a thing about about life coach.
Yeah.
That I feel a life coach should be much wiser and have a lot of experience, much older.
Yeah, I agree.
So they are accumulative of a lot of experiences.
Yeah.
So when they teach people, because when you go through experiences, when you grow older, you see them in a totally different eye.
Yeah.
And academically, it's different. You read things on paper, and it's different than you went through life and you got wiser and wiser, and you see a lot of experiences around you. It's totally different. Yeah. And also, as a woman, if she's a mother, she would be a better life coach. So I feel being a life coach is something that you pick up later in life.
Yeah.
You will be much better in it than younger.
Yeah.
I can see, life coach, 21 years old, life coach. She's sending me advertisement. I'm like,
no, no.
A life coach. How much life you have?
Yeah, exactly. You just popped out. So yeah. This is definitely something that I would think to do later down.
Yeah, I could see. Yes,
yeah, of course. Because as you mentioned, like I realized the importance of helping people, and I like to see direct impact as well.
Yes.
Like. With air traffic control, I know the 800 people on that one aircraft I've controlled.
Yes.
They're going to reach. I've done my part to get them from point A to point B.
So you know how to direct people.
Yes, when it comes to the podcast, this is something that, as I mentioned, you are somebody that inspired me in that.
Thank you very much.
You're
like, humbled with that comment, yes.
Just being honest. You looked at me and you're like, Jouhayna, emotional intelligence is important.
Absolutely.
And I can see you in the media. And I was like, I'm doing everything the opposite of that. But okay. So I slowly nurtured that. And it's a seed that definitely is planted and I've decided to nurture. And then with life coaching, I felt the need to get the course now because I'm an instructor at work. And you know how stressful air traffic control is. It's the most stressful job in the world. And I have 19, 20, 21-year-olds that I'm training who are trying to keep it together and handle such a big responsibility.
Yes.
And they would come to me, and I have this like maternal nurturing.
Yes.
And I was
that's why I could see that, and in your specific role, you could apply that beautifully.
So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I did that education to gain the knowledge and gain that structure of how to help. And then along the way, I'm going with it, like even now on my website, I haven't advertised like, oh, I'm a life coach. I'm like, if you're interested, reach out.
Yes.
So I've had a few people reach out, and then I see if I can help them, I will. And if I can't, I just tell them to their face. I'm like, I am definitely not qualified enough for this. And that's why I haven't advertised that this is what I do. But it's something that I'd like to do later down the line when I've retired for the 4th time. So yes.
Okay.
But thank you so much for
most welcome
being here, doing this with me, and welcoming us into your beautiful home.
Thank you. Thank you for coming, all of you, all the crew. Thank you.
You guys
for your patience.
Behind the scenes, we do have a wonderful crew that helps us and
looking at us while we are talking.
Yeah, and they're like, yes, take the oil away. So just so grateful for everyone. So grateful for this evening, and grateful to go to my job so I can pay this bill at the end of this podcast session. So thank you so much. Yeah, exactly. So thank you so much, guys.